continues because the Artscape Theatre has decided to go ahead with the 14th edition of the popular Women's Humanity Arts Festival this year under the theme Freedom and Inclusivity for All Humanity. Now, the festival will include a host of live and pre-recorded events in honor of Women's Month this August. Now, Artscape CEO Dr. Marlene Leroux joined us via video call to tell us more about this exciting event. Dr. Leroux, thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning.
Thank you so much for Expresso, but I would like to say the reason why we've decided to continue is because of the surge for gender-based violence and also what has happened during COVID-19. It was the big revealer of our inequality still in our communities and that we will never be the same after COVID-19. And also to showcase that our artists do care, and as an arts center and a building, we've decided that we're going to showcase Cape Town as well, and also to do the virtual walk on the 9th of August, where we will showcase historic, iconic places of Sarah Baartman, also Krotua, and also Annie Selinga, because it's important that we need to know the Women's Charter that was drafted in 1952. It's very much for now as well, because we're looking at social justice once again. So our program speaks for social justice. Our program speaks also about humanity. Our program speaks to LGBTQI plus community that needs to be embraced, and also to say, how do we give our young men and young girls the tools that we say we need to be more a humanitarian community, and to say that this particular violence needs to end. Also looking at our social justice system, how to look at our social justice system. Is it protecting women? Is it protecting children? And also to have a dialogue with young men that we change our society to become much more a humane society through the arts. We use this platform to have an impact and to have a dialogue with our communities.
I think all that you've said so far really highlights the importance of the role that women play in our society, in you taking this platform and the opportunity to create a festival that really addresses so many important issues. Now, I also want to reflect on something that happened very recently. Highly acclaimed choreographer and LGBTI plus activist Kevin Fortuin sadly passed away this year. And I understand that you'll be hosting the inaugural Kevin Fortuin Memorial Benefit Concert. So who are some of the artists that we can expect to see at this particular initiative, and give me a bit of a reason behind the rationale of it?
I think most important is to showcase once again, it was a 14-year-old that stabbed Kevin Fortuin. So it's two lives that we as South Africa needs to mourn. And Kevin Fortuin Memorial is about the concert. It's on the 10th and tickets can be bought. But most of all for this particular concert is to say that enough is enough. Here we have lost an iconic young man that gave back to his community, that worked in the Netherlands but came back for lockdown to be part of the soup kitchens, to be part of, to engage with new dancers in our communities. So I would like to urge the listeners and the viewers here to go on to this particular concert and not just to enjoy it, but to say to ourselves, what are we going to do to change our society? And it starts in our homes. That's why the virtual streaming is starting in our homes, that we can watch it with our young people, with our intergenerational, and to say enough is enough. But the change starts in our homes.
I love that we had the pleasure to actually have Kevin with us in studio, and just the light and the message that he spread to everyone out there. And I'm so glad that we'll be celebrating, and you guys will be celebrating his life. But when will the festival start, and maybe give us more information with regards to the festival?
The festival is starting on this coming Saturday with a virtual walk. We also have podcasts with various women that share their stories of gender-based violence, but also with men in dialogue. That is going to be done by Women's Zone. We also are going to be on FMR with interaction with various artists like Sibukasi Jonas. We Are Dying, and it's about 3 women telling their particular stories and their their raw pain that they experience at the hands of loved ones that are killing our young women, and during lockdown even servicing even more. Then we also have ancestral jazz with Saf Ingani, and that is very important that we have our ancestrals also part of our journey. We have Black Pearl as a poet that's going to share with us her story from Mitchell's Plain, and Bianca Flanders, who's this wonderful artist that wrote the song about women, about emotional abuse. It's not just about the hitting on our bodies, but there's the emotional abuse that we experience on a daily basis. So our program is all encompassing, but we can't just speak up and say, what are we going to do? There should be a path, a program, and a program with action. So we always say vision without action will only be a dream. We can't be in 2020 and these horrific deeds are still happening.
Dr. Marlene Leroux, CEO of the Artscape Theatre, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for giving us the platform.
And of course, all of the best wishes for the Women's Humanity Arts Festival this year. And we know it'll be a raging success like previous years. So do make sure that you at home, you visit www.artscape.co.za for more information on the festival.